Alright, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope we're doing well. So tonight we're going to be starting a playthrough of Autonauts. Autonauts is an awesome game. It's adorable and awesome at the same time. I was thinking about playing Oxygen Not Included, but I think I want to wait until the DLC is out of early access and there's been a bit more refinement to that, and then I think I will play Oxygen Not Included at some point. But Autonauts has a very near and dear place in my heart. It's just a really fun game. If you have enjoyed the Satisfactory and Factorio gameplay that I've done, you'll probably enjoy this game too. It has some serious differences, but there's also that vibe of automation that you love so much from the other games. It's still here. So, without any further ado, let's jump into a new game. So we'll hit the new game button. We've got our little Autonaut running in our little rocket ship there. And we want to play Colonize, which is the one that requires you to research. Free starts with all technology unlocked, which is a massive difference. This game has a very long technology tree. So we do want to keep record off. We will name the planet well, we did Krydonia already. How about Kryland? No. Krania. That sounds like a place. Okay, so in terms of resources, we do want pretty much everything close by, but not too much water. Like this one, you know, we're cut off from half the map. Not that we're ever going to use the whole map, but something like this might be a little better. We've got hard rocks. I wish I could zoom in a little bit. Because we do care about... Oh, you can change your starting location. That's interesting. Weird. So the hard rock masses don't move, but other stuff does. Because we do care about a few resources. We want to have access to fresh water and salt water and sand, which is along the coast here. We want to have access to what's it called? Stone deposits, which it looks like there's some right here. And we want to have access, I guess I can highlight them over here. Coal and rich metal ore is also important, and then clay. So this actually seems like a decent one, and I can build most of my base over here. Problem is this stuff will get in the way at some point, but I can always expand down. Maybe I'll try again. Get a little bit more land mass in one area. Wow, there's lots of ocean. This looks pretty good. And then coal is kind of far away, but it's not too bad. You don't need coal for a while. I might even... I don't know. This should be good. Let's go with this. Alright. We will keep the tutorial on, so you guys can kind of see the basics of the tutorial. Look at that cute little piggy bank and a cute little sun. Everything's adorable here. Welcome. I am Auto Zero, here to prepare you for your life as an Autonaut. Explore, collect resources, craft structures, tools, and machines, automate systems, establish industries, research, and colonize. Alright, let's colonize. Use WASD, classic, move the camera, zoom in and out. C can recenter the camera. And then we can walk around with left click. And explore the map. Okay, I'm actually going to end... I'll keep the tutorial going just so you guys can see it, but it is a little bit maybe overdone. So pick up one stone, so we can pick up stuff with left click. And then you can see we're holding it here in our inventory, and we can only hold up to one item at a time, and at most 4 slots. And then we can stow the stone in our backpack with Q, and then we can pick up something else, like a stick. We can hold Alt on things, and it'll tell us what we can do with it. And it says hold one stone and use it as a basic chopping tool. So we're going to chop down a tree with a stone. That would probably take a while. And then we just cut down a tree. Go us. Right-clicking drops things on the ground, so you can do that. Yay, we get the basics. And then we can build buildings with blueprints. So we'll start with a crude workbench. And we'll just put it wherever. And then we can close the menu. And then we need 2 logs and 2 sticks. So I'll grab the log we just cut down. You can see our little dude's exerting a lot of effort to carry that log. So we add the 2 logs, and now we need 2 sticks, and we can pick up both of those at the same time, throw them on there. We hop on it, and voila! We have a simple workshop. Okay, so I think at this point I'm gonna end the tutorial, because I know what to do from here on out. So the crude workbench can make us an axe, a spade, and a pick. So kind of classic Minecraftian tools. And our whole goal to start out is to get a bot assembly unit going, because we can start programming bots to do things for us. But we need logs and planks. So to be able to work on logs and planks, we will need an axe. So we will put a stone and a stick into our workbench by right-clicking, and we hop around a little bit and make ourselves an axe. And with an axe, we can chop a log into 2 planks. And so then we can use, well, we need 3 planks, I guess. So we'll chop another log, and then we get 3 planks. And we'll go put those in our bot assembly unit. And then we need a couple logs, so we'll grab those. And you'll notice you can only carry 1 log at a time. Also, the music may be a little loud. I'm gonna turn that down a smidge here. Let's try that. Okay, so we'll put the log there, and then we will create our first bot assembly unit. Ding! So we can only make one thing right now in the bot assembly unit, and that is a basic bot. And a basic bot needs a log, so we'll go grab one of those. And then we need 3 planks, a pole, and a tree seed. I think the acorn is its brain, so it has an acorn for brains. So we'll use our axe, we'll cut down a new tree here. And then we can get some planks. And then if you chop planks, you actually get poles. And you get 2 poles per plank. So you can get quite a few poles per log. But we're gonna need another couple planks here. And you can notice that an acorn just dropped right there as well, because you get acorns when you cut down trees, as well as getting the log. Okay, so we'll put 2 more planks there. We'll grab a pole, and then a tree seed. So you'll see, as we play more Autonauts, that this really is a game about automation. And even though it's very different than Factorio, it's also very similar to Factorio in some ways, because you have to create production lines that, you know, get you a certain amount of resources to unlock new technologies. And you kind of have science in the form of WoW, and that's how you research new technologies and continue down the tech tree. So I have a bot tracker here, and that is how we can keep track of all of our different bots. So this is our first bot. He is named Mark0001. So we'll click on him and charge him up, and we wind him up, and we're ready to start automating. So the tutorial would probably walk us through how to do this, but I can show you guys what it looks like. So you can hit space, and that pauses all the bots nearby, and they listen to you, so you can click on them and then start programming them. So first of all, we can rename them to first bot, and we can rename them later. But these are just some buttons where you can like trade items with them, or, you know, keep an eye on the bot. Generally, you just use the record, play, and stop buttons the most often. You can also tell him to run over to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to program this bot to chop down trees. So I'm going to pick up the axe, I'm going to hit record, and now he's paying attention to everything I do. So I can program him to do what I do. So I'm going to click on a tree, and then you can see that he kind of interpreted that as find the nearest tree in an area, which I can modify, move to that tree, and then use the axe on it. And that's all well and good, but if I stopped there and hit play, he would just find one tree and cut it down and be done. So what I want to do is I want to click on this little button here that puts it in a loop, and I just want to repeat that forever, so he'll just never stop cutting down trees. And then I want to modify this area so that it contains all these trees here. So we'll make it as big as we can. And then we'll hit OK, and then we'll just hit play. And now he's gonna go try to find a tree, but he's like, hey, what the heck, you didn't give me an axe. So I'll throw my axe to him, and then he'll get going. Now we can later pretty easily automate him to pick up an axe, but I don't really have any location where all my axes are gonna be found yet. So he's just gonna get to work on chopping those trees down. And now what we need is a bot to dig up. I'm gonna grab some resources here for tools, because we need a spade. So what you can do is you can use a spade to dig up the tree stump, and then it will leave a hole behind where you can plant a new tree seed. The little birds are being chased out of their homes. That's sad. So right here, this is where we can plant a tree seed. So I'm actually going to want to make 2 more bots, one that will do the digging and one that will do the planting. So I'll grab a couple tree seeds, we'll leave one nearby, and then I'll grab some logs here. And I'll need another axe, because I gave away my only axe to the bot. And we'll need to do some more crafting of axes here. So I'll just craft 2 more. And then I'll grab one, we'll get a few more planks over here. Okay, so then I need 3 planks, so we'll grab those. And then a pole. Make ourselves yet another bot. Charge him up, and then... Oops, I didn't mean to carry him. And then we'll name you Digger A. Trying to remember, I generally have a naming algorithm, or not algorithm, but just a way that I name them, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. So I want you to record, and see, we can record him picking up a spade. And then we can select those and say we want to repeat that until your hands are full. Now, this is basically an if statement. Another way to accomplish the same thing, for those of you that have ever done any programming, you're more likely going to see an if, hands not full. So if you don't have something in your hands, then go find a spade. They actually did not have the if or if else settings for a long time, and so you had to repeat until hands full was a way to say if hands not full, essentially. Because in that case, it's a binary thing. His hands are either full or they're not. But there's a lot of interesting logic you can do with these, and I don't know if I'm exactly a master at it, but I've played this game enough to kind of iron out some of the kinks in the logic, because it can be a little bit different than what you want sometimes. So, he's going to find a spade, and he's just going to look for it on the ground, but he'll look in the whole area, so that way if there's any extra spades laying around, he'll grab one. And then he's going to go find a tree stump and dig it up. And that's all he's going to do, is just run around and dig up tree stumps. What a fun job. And then he will repeat that until hands empty. Because if we said repeat forever, then he would never get out of that loop, even when he runs out of his tool. But then the problem is, he's going to repeat this until his hands are empty, then his hands are going to be empty, then he's going to be done with his script. So then we need to put all of this inside of a repeat forever. And then he'll never stop. And then we'll change this area to contain our whole little forest area, and he should be good to go. And so now I'll put my spade on the ground, and he should find it and start digging holes. Look at him go. Okay, so we're gonna need one more bot, and the next bot is gonna start planting trees. So I'll get myself a few more planks, and I'll need a pole, because I ran out of those. So I'll grab a pole, put it in my backpack, grab 3 planks. Put the planks in there, put the pole in, put the tree seed in there, and then we need a log. And then this is the core of a basic forestry operation, because we'll have a guy planting, a guy digging, and then a guy chopping. And between the 3 of them, we keep getting wood. So, again, I did not mean to pick you up. Sorry, sir. You will be planter A. You can only fit so many letters. You can fit more than you used to, I feel like, but sometimes you wish you could fit more. So I like to shorten words where I can. So you are going to... He doesn't need tools, thankfully, so he's just going to find the nearest tree seed in the area. And then he's going to find a hole and plant in that hole. And he's going to repeat that forever. And I probably should do an until hands full and until hands empty. By the way, the hotkey there is you hold Control and you can select multiple instructions, and then you hit Control R, and then it will put the instructions you just clicked on into a loop of some sort. So we want to repeat until hands empty. So that way, he'll, rather than going from acorn to planting, he'll grab a few acorns and then plant them all, which I think is going to be slightly more efficient. And so then he'll start planting things. So then the only other thing we can create at this tech level is a pick. So we should probably make one of those. And a pick allows you to mine stone. And that's very handy because clearly we need stones to make tools. So then, oh look, official planting, my first forestry. So you get these little achievements as you go. And a little slab gets added to your, I don't know what that thing's called. And then you unlock some things like a party hat and a chopping block. Chopping block will be very important, as you'll see. And so these are new plans we can complete and earn certificates. And then we can unlock things by finishing those. Now, it is probably worth mentioning that I do have a couple mods installed. One of the mods that I have installed allows me to build the bot database early on in the game. That allows you to make nested teams of bots. And for me, that is more of a necessary feature than a quality of life feature. And I think to unlock the bot database naturally, you have to have like 200 or 300 bots or something crazy. And I want to start nesting my bots, you know, by the time I have 100 of them, usually. So, anyway, I have a mod that unlocks that earlier, and then I also have a mod that unlocks bot variants earlier. So you'll see once we get to the next tier of bots that there's different styles, kind of in terms of the way they look. And generally you start with just the basic kind, and then you unlock more as you go. But the problem is, then I struggle to want to use the new ones because then they won't match the old ones, and I never had a chance to use a different kind. So I'd rather just have all the variants unlocked to start with, because then I'm more likely to actually use them. So you just saw he ran out of energy, and so periodically you need to recharge your bots. But guess what? You can have a bot recharge your bots. And so that's what we'll have to program a bot to do soon, is to recharge other bots. And you can see our little acorn planter has planted a bunch of little trees that are growing now. There's a bunch of little sprouts. He is missing... I should rename you. Chopper A. So you need an X. I'll just throw you one for now. We'll have to redo all of this in a little bit so that we can interact less. But we can run over here to the stone deposits with our pickaxe, and you just hit the stone deposits with the pickaxe and you get a stone pops out. And thankfully these are infinite, so you don't have to worry about running out or replanting or digging deeper or anything like that. So we'll want to program a bot here in a minute to start chopping stone as well, or picking stone? That sounds weird. But stone is necessary for all of these beginner tools, and you need tools for wood, and wood's necessary for pretty much everything, so we'll have to get all that set up. You also, one other thing that I do a lot of is digging up turf, so you can dig up the grass to get yourself turf, and then you can plant turf on soil. And all that put together can let you kind of change the ground, because you actually walk slower. Bots in yourself walk slower on soil. So you don't really want soil where you're building your base. So what I'll usually do is I'll kind of reshape a forestry area to be like a nice perfect square, and then everything else, try to dig up everything and put grass on it. You can eventually get pathways for your bots so they can walk faster. I'm just going to collect all this kind of random detritus here. Move it over closer to my crafting areas. Make a little pile of rocks. Acorns. Grab some sticks. Oh, also sticks. Sticks are kind of weird. You get them sometimes from chopping down trees, but not always. You can also create a wooden mallet later on that will get you sticks and acorns without cutting the tree down. And so at some point we'll probably want to create a bot that does that. I gotta charge this guy up. And then we'll just kind of keep collecting stuff here. Oh, we only have one backpack slot, that's right. We unlock an upgrade pretty early on for our backpack to hold more than one thing, which is nice. But yeah, so that is the uber basics of Autonauts. But we haven't even really gotten started, because there's this whole research station stuff, and that's pretty important, because that is how you get colonists. So you actually get these little people, and you feed them, and then they give you WUV, and then you put that WUV into a station, and that's how you unlock new technologies. And you'll also notice this stuff. This is another mod that I have installed, and I haven't used it before. But it is called, oh shoot, what's it called? It's called like storage transfer. And this allows you to balance two different, what are they called? Two different pallets or crates of resources. And that, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet. I might not use it, but I did install it a while back just because I thought it would be cool to try. Because currently it's not super easy to balance two different chests or crates or pallets. Oh, I unlocked something. What did I get? Or maybe not. I heard the little ding, but I don't know what it was for. I'm gonna just do a little bit more exploring here. Around the base a little bit. Got a nice little thunderstorm here. Okay. So where will I want to build? You always need more space than you think. And the other nice thing is there's a planning mode. If I can remember what hotkey it is. What is X? No. Z? No. Tab? Nope. I honestly don't remember. Oh, I can just get to it over here, but I don't remember the hotkey. Anyway, so planning mode allows you to kind of designate areas for certain things. So like I can select this area and say that this is forestry. And so this will be all about, you know, planting, chopping, collecting tree stuff. And in all honesty, I can probably get away with like 10 by 10 for like a long time, because that's 100 trees that we can plant and chop. So I think we'll just do 10 by 10 for now. I might make it 13 by 13, but I'll only actually use a 10 by 10 area. That'll just leave some room for possible expansion later. So I guess I'll put it in this corner. And then I need, oops, I want that to be green still. I need a storage area. And what's tricky is you don't have a lot of efficiency in the early game where like you have fast bots and you have roads and stuff to make everything go faster. So you don't want things to be super far away, but you don't want to run out of storage space, because then later you're like, where do I put more storage? So I think probably 18 by 14 is a good start. I don't know. We'll start with that. This will be my initial storage area, though. And so then, when you're building... how do I... Is it this button? Yeah. So this way, the areas are kind of just always there. And I actually think Factorio could use this feature. This is a really cool feature, and I do actually wish that Factorio had it. So I will build a pallet here for logs, and then I will leave 2 spaces, which leaves room for the upgrade. There's an upgraded pallet later that takes a 3x3 section. So leave 2 spaces, and then that will be for planks, and then 2 spaces that will be for poles, and then 2 spaces, and this will be for pegs, which we can't make yet, but it's kind of the next tier down. Again, if you chop up poles, then you get pegs. So there are kind of 4 main wooden derivatives that you get going down the line. And then I do think I'm gonna move... Oops, X is not the right one. I have to remember all my hotkeys. I feel like there's a hotkey. V, move structure, that's what it is. Okay. So we'll put all that stuff there, and then I'll need to actually work on all that. Now, what's going on here? Oh, the digger. I don't know why there's not a symbol. Normally they show a symbol above their head when they can't find what they're looking for. He ran out of, oops. We want to make a spade. Because he can't dig if he doesn't have a spade. So hopefully he'll see that. Yep, and come on over. So I'll make 2 for now. And then I'll also make another axe because we'll need it. Or the bot will need it, more accurately. And I need one for myself to make some things into poles. And I should probably make a chopping block, actually. A chopping block lets you craft logs into planks and planks into poles without needing your own axe that you're holding. And so I'll probably have this to the south. I should also move this thing over to the side. That's called the transmitter. And it's just kind of like your, you know, it's the thing that transmits to all your bots. But I think it has infinite range, so it's not really important. And maybe it is, and I've just never gone too far away from it. But as far as I know, it's not necessary for anything. So I'll probably have an area just to the south of Forestry that will be for like wood processing. So that'll be where we do chop logs into poles. And so we'll do a few of that action right now. So you can see this way we don't have to use axes, and in the long run that saves us a lot of axes. Okay, now these need 3 planks, 2 poles, and a log each. So I'll deliver the logs real quick. And then we'll need some planks. So 9 planks, I think. Oh, and then we also need our crate. I'm not going to worry about the crate just yet, though, because we don't actually have pigs yet. That'll be for later. Okay, so we'll grab a few of these. 2, 3, and we'll drop one over there. And then once we have our pallets ready, we can program a bot to actually like do the delivery of logs and planks and poles. Oh, you know what? I'm being silly. This needs to be much closer. Because we want bots to have quick access where they can grab a log from this pallet and easily take it to the chopping block. So we want these to be close together. This area can be for more complicated stuff that we don't need quite as many of. Okay, you've run out of your axe. I'm gonna reprogram you to actually find your own axe next time. And do that until your hands are full, and then you'll do all of that forever, and we'll set the area you want to find the axe in. You can see it actually defaults to being the building, so you can set an area to be a building output instead of a general area. But in this case, we actually want it to be a general area. Just find an axe somewhere yourself. Good sir. Alright, still need a few more planks over here. And I think we're good. And then we need some poles. So we'll switch the chopping block over to making poles from planks. And now we've got our first pallet. And I do need another log here. So we will make our 2 planks, and then we'll make 2 poles. And then once he runs out of battery, I'm gonna make another bot, which I should move this up here now. I'll make another bot that will do the charging for me. Which is kind of funny, because then you need a bot to charge the charging bot, and you're like, when does it ever end? Usually if you have about 3 bots that are all set to charge an area, then you're good to go. It's rare that 3 bots will run out of power at the same time. Especially once you get better bots, then they last a little longer. Also, there's a glitch there. What is... Do you see that? It's, whatever that little icon is not showing up. And I, like, can't walk on it. That's weird. Well, let me just deconstruct it. And that's the nice thing about this game is you can deconstruct buildings and then just place them again. Okay, so we definitely need some bot charging action. So I'm gonna bring over a log, an acorn, a pole, and 3 planks. Okay. So first I need to make a few planks. And soon we will program bots to do all of this for us. Alright, you switch to poles, and we'll make a couple poles. Ooh! Okay, we got 30 trees finished. And that unlocks us lumberjack shirt and hat. And I get a slab for that too. Nice. Alright, another bot. You are going to be the charging bot. Oh, you gotta charge him first. Charge A1. So A is the section of bots, and 1, it means he's the first. Because there's usually like A1, A2, A3, but then you might need B1, B2, B3 for a different area, is how I do that. So I'm gonna have you record, I'll go charge a bot, and then we're good to go. So that because we have a little bit of extra memory here, you can actually get bots to charge a bigger area. So first I need to explore this top left corner here, because he needs to look in a bigger area than that. He'll stand over here to the left, so I'll have that move command at the beginning. And then what he'll do is he'll repeat, just, I don't know. Actually, we can do repeat forever, but then we can toggle exit repeat on fail. So if he fails to do any of these things, then he'll exit the loop. And so then we can just copy this and do it again. But then the second time, he can search in a different area. So he'll search in that area. And so now, and can I do it a third time? I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm out of memory. These bots, their brains are not so big. So anyway, he can search in those two areas. Yeah, I don't think there's a different way to do that. But he'll find a bot that's empty in this area, and if he fails to do that, then he'll exit the loop, go to this one, find a bot that's empty, and then if he doesn't, he'll exit that loop, and he'll just keep cycling through until he does find a bot, and then he'll go recharge it. So, and then he'll move back to here. I like my charging bots to be standing in a central location, otherwise they just end up waiting right where they charged to the last bot, and so you just have random bots standing around that aren't part of that area. So then this whole thing we will repeat forever. And that should do it. So then he'll stand over here, and then he should come over and charge this bot. And then we can just copy that script next time when he runs out of juice. And so I do probably need to make another couple bots here, so we'll start with that. And it's going to be a little tough to program bots to make bots at this tech level, because we would need to program one bot to bring logs, one bot to bring planks, one bot to bring poles, and one bot to bring tree seeds. Once we have better memory and bots can hold more, we should be able to program a bot that can get all the different ingredients himself. And I'm going to make this one as well, because we need two different chopping blocks. I'm tired of switching them back and forth. Okay, so we'll put the log there. And then I'll just make another axe, so that we don't use up the last one. Okay. This pole we'll put over here, and then this one switches to planks forever, and that will be poles forever. And we'll need a log here. Hey look, our charging bot doing good work. Okay, grab one more log. Three planks, and we've got another bot. Now this bot is going to be a plank chopping bot. Plank chopping bot. That's hard to say. So he is going to grab logs. Actually, he's just going to be a log collecting bot. I guess that's step one, is collect the logs. And he's going to search that whole area for a log. He's going to repeat until his hands are full. Now, these bots can only carry one log at a time, but later bots in the game can carry multiple logs. And something you want to pay attention to is your code going to work for different bots? Because if it does, then you can just copy it and paste it to other bots in the future and not have to worry about it messing up. Because obviously if your bot can carry 3 logs, you want him to grab 3 and then walk over. So we always want to make sure we're future-proofing our code, you know, just like any good programmer would. And then we will move to log storage, and then add to log storage, and we will repeat that until our hands are empty. And then we will repeat all of that forever, and this will be log collection A. Or I guess this will just be 1, because we're not going to have, unless I'm forgetting something, we're not going to have multiple areas for log collection. So then he will go around and collect logs for us, which will make our lives a little bit easier. So then I don't have to walk to the forestry area, I can just grab them from here. And we'll make a few more planks, and then I'll need to make some poles, and we should be able to make another bot. This is so fun to watch them work. Okay, so we'll put a pole in here, and then we need 3 planks. And then an acorn. Acorn for brains. Okay, so he's missing an axe. Didn't I tell you to find axes? Oh, this is repeat forever. This needs to be repeat until hands empty. That's the problem. So I didn't set him. And look, my charging bot just came over and charged him up. Nice work. Okay, so this guy is going to grab a log. Now, there's a few ways to program this, and I've gone back and forth on what I prefer. He can grab the log and then come over here, chop the log into planks, and then I think he has enough memory where he could then grab the planks. Although I'll probably just want to do repeat times 2. So that uses less memory overall. And then he can come over here and repeat until hands empty. And then we can repeat all of that forever. But that's not the most efficient way, because then later on he's going to be able to carry more logs, and I don't know. Essentially, we just would rather use more bots than less bots. So what we really want to do is take from log storage until our hands are full, add to chopping block until our hands are empty, but only if we only want to add to the, or I guess I did that wrong. We only want to add to the chopping block if the plank storage here is not full. So only if the plank storage is not full will he add a log to the chopping block, because we don't need to be making more planks if that's not full. Or I mean, if it is full. So that way you can kind of put conditions on your bots. And so he'll repeat that, and then he'll just do that forever. So this will be plank, craft, plank, 1. So he'll work on crafting planks. Now, the other problem is that if we don't have a plank collector, he's just going to craft planks forever, because this isn't going to fill itself up. So we do need another bot here to do the collecting. Otherwise, we'll have a nice infinite bot stack of planks here. The items in this game can stack infinitely tall, and so sometimes you mess up some code and you just find this stack of items that reaches to the heavens later on, and you're like, huh, guess I should have thought about that. Okay, so I'll just charge him up, and then his job is going to be to move there. Can I just do... Yeah, so I actually want him to move here first. So that way, if he's not able to pick up stuff yet, he'll be waiting. And then he will find the nearest plank in this little square, which is set to be the building. And then he will move... Actually, I guess you can't move to a building. So I probably should keep it like that. So he'll do that, and then he will do that again, but without the move command. Now you might be like, why would I do that? Well, the way this game works is that a move command still takes up time, and especially with these lower level bots, there's a delay. So every command introduces a delay if he's searching for something or moving towards something. And so he doesn't need to be moving anymore since he's picking up planks from the same spot. And he'll actually end up working faster and picking up these planks more quickly if you take that move command out. So it'll just be this one that's a move command, and then he'll repeat until hands are full. Which, depending on, I mean, even these bots can hold more than one thing. I think they have a hand capacity of 3. And then he'll go over here to this building, and he will, until his hands are empty, add to plank storage. And then he'll do all of that again. And so with this guy, he'll never stop, because he'll automatically be waiting here once the plank storage is full. So this will be collecting plank 1. So then he should start grabbing a bunch of planks here, and then he'll run over and put them in the, there we go, put them in the storage. So you can already see we've only automated like 6 bots, and they're doing a ton of work for us that we now don't have to do. I feel like this game, even more so than Factorio, really kind of rewards you in a way that's extra satisfying, because the bots are literally doing what you do. It's not like Factorio where you have assemblers that technically make the same items you could make with handcrafting. It's like they're literally walking the same routes, they're clicking on the same things. I don't know, it's just very satisfying. Because in this game, handcrafting is like walking around and picking up items and placing them into the actual, like, assemblers yourself. But then they do that instead, which is very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna make a few pulls now with the planks that our bot has so graciously collected for us. And then I will make another bot to do, what should I do? Probably pull crafting and then pull collecting, so we're gonna need another one. So I need 3 planks and an acorn and a log. Okay, so you, sir, will be pull craft 1. Did I do craft first? Yeah, I did. Huh. I should probably do the resource first in the name. So, blank craft 1. You can see the logic starts making a lot of noise when it's stuck in an infinite loop. But that's okay, because he's just waiting for stuff to be empty. And our charging bot has now run out of juice, so I'll charge this one. And this will be charge A2. And can I copy? I don't know if I can copy yet. Charge A1. Or can I just copy that and put it in another bot? I don't think I can. No. So I will need to build... This is the main reason I forgot. There's an even bigger reason that I use the mod for the bot database. It allows you to copy and paste bot code into other bots. And again, I just don't find that to be a fun challenge to like rewrite the same code twice. Obviously, if you're just starting out playing the game, I do recommend playing without mods, but this one in particular, I feel like this is, I guess it's more of a quality of life mod than anything else. But it is kind of expensive to build. I need 8 logs and 12 planks. So we're going to use up most of our log supply here. But it will allow me to easily copy code from one bot to another. So we'll grab our planks here. And there's 12. And then I need 20 acorns, which might be an issue. I don't actually know if I have that many. Got 4 there, 3 here, and we don't have an axe. That's the problem. Okay, I probably should program a bot to make tools next. Too many things to do at once. Okay, so I'll make that guy an axe, so he'll stop complaining. Four more acorns. I do need to leave some acorns behind so that we can plant more trees. And then I still need 5 more, put 1 in the backpack, and okay, yeah, we got plenty. Look at how tall that pile of acorns is, and somehow we jump all on top of it. And voila, bot database. Oh, right. So the more advanced tiers of buildings need fencing to work. So we still can't quite do what we want to do. We need to make crude fencing, enough to go around the building. So I'm not quite gonna worry about this yet because I don't have enough logs, but I'll make all of that soon, and I'll move this over here. I didn't mention that, but you can move buildings clearly, as I just did, without any cost, which is very nice. Okay, I'm gonna make 1 more bot. And we will get a pole crafter, a pole collector, and then we will get a stone miner. And that should get us well on the journey. So he'll take planks until his hands are full. He'll add to chopping block until his hands are empty. And he will only do that if the full pallet is not full. And he'll do all of that forever. And then I should rename those. I'll do that in a second. So you, sir, are pole collection 1. And you are going to come over here. You're going to grab a pole. And then you're going to do that without moving until your hands are full. And then you're going to run over here, and until your hands are empty, you're going to add to storage. And that should be okay. Okie dokie. What else do we need to do? I don't need that crate yet. I will need crates eventually, but... So... I don't need another chopping block. I don't need any of those mod items. I'm not going to worry about that stuff yet. So I guess I'll need this colonist stuff here in a minute. So I'll put that there to be ready to go. How do I make gears? Don't I need something for that? Does that come out of a crude workbench, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I can already make gears. Can I make gears here? I can't. Okay. Well, I'm missing something. I'll figure out what that is in a second. But first, I need tool creation time. So, I am going to move this... I'm going to get rid of this forest eventually. I'll chop down all the trees. I'll plant grass here. It'll be a bit of a pain, but I will do it. Just because we're going to need lots of tools. And we already have a forest over here, so... Oh wait, I need logs for this. Oh no, I'm out of logs. Probably because I'm out of tools. Ooh, we've got our lumber planning complete. Got some more fun cosmetics unlocked. Okay, I do need some more resources here. I ran out of stone, I think. Ah, there's 1 more rock, but I'll definitely need some more. Yeah, so he's got an axe, so it's probably the spade. Spade guy is missing a spade. Alright, take these rocks back to here. We want to switch this though. You want to be a spade. And then I need sticks. And then I'll put that where the other guy can find it. He's not currently searching over here. Okay, there we go. And that will get me some more logs. For now, I'll get another spade. And then I'll do another axe, just to make sure I have enough stuff for my forestry guys. So put that in my backpack. Put the spade over here. Okay. So they've got enough tools to last them a little while. It looks like we're good on poles for now. And then we need about 6 more logs worth of planks. So I guess I'll just grab these logs. I'm gonna need to grab them eventually anyway. And we'll build our workbench with that. So what I like to do is have a separate crate for each tool, and then a separate, what's it called? A separate crafting bench for each tool. You can technically have bots change the recipe that something is set to, but you can start to run into some weird issues where, like, if 2 bots are trying to use the same workbench at the same time, it can get really ugly. So generally, it's just a lot simpler to have it all in one, or I mean, have each one separate, rather than it being all in one workbench, even though the rate at which you need to craft tools, you probably could just have one workbench. So that one will be picks. And I do think I can... things can walk diagonally, even if there's no, like, space orthogonally, so I do want to put these buildings a little closer together. I just need to find a rock. I have no rocks. There's one over here. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you, sir, actually do some mining. You're gonna be stone gather A, or I guess he'd be 1. So he's gonna look for a pick. I'll have to reprogram that in a minute, but for now, that's fine. And then he will mine some stone in this area. The area can just be the right size here. No reason to have it be bigger, though I don't know if it matters. And then he'll do that until his hands are empty. He'll grab picks until his hands are full. He'll repeat that forever. Now, we will talk about this at some point. Bots can store stuff in their backpacks. I didn't want to do that yet because it would be wasteful on tools, but once we have plenty of tools, we can have him grab a pickaxe, put it in his backpack, grab another one, and then mine until he runs out of that one. Then he grabs the first one from his backpack and keeps mining, and that way he doesn't have to make as many trips. So we will switch over to that style of programming. And I need to drop a pick over here that he can see. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now these trees are starting to grow again, so we should see our lumber industry firing back up. I'll grab this stick, and I just grab all these things here. And we will need a bot for collecting sticks at some point as well. So I'm trying to remember how we can get gears. I think I'm supposed to do something else first that I haven't done yet. How do I... Is it tab? Yeah. Oh, it's probably this one. I have to make 3 bot teams, maybe? Or will it show me in here? Where's crude gear? It would be parts, crude gear. Yeah, robotics. Okay. So, that's part of the tutorial, and I kind of forgot about that. They want me to make teams. Oh, I found the hotkey to show the planning. And I also found the hotkey to show me coordinates. And there we go. Okay, so we want a new team. Forestry team. Dark green looks good. And chopper goes in there. Digger goes in there. Log collector goes in there. Planter goes in there. So that looks good. And then we're gonna want a, let's see, wood basics team. So this will be a team that makes just these things. And there will be a lot more, there are other complicated wood items, and I want to keep those two teams separate. So plank collector, plank crafter, pole collector. I'll go in there. Oh, look. We got our robotics award, which allows us to make the crew gears and wheels. Alright, and then charging teams, we will want that. Charging. We'll keep that yellow for batteries. And then I'll have a team for stone industry. I'm gonna call it stone industry because that's a nicer sounding word. Okay, so then now all of our bots are on teams, and you can like collapse them all, and it allows you to get through things more easily. Now we can make wheels and gears. Heels and weirs. But first I need to make a spade to dig up this stupid stump. So you're gonna be spades. I guess I could have just used that one over there, but here we are. Okay, so dig this up. And what's gonna be annoying is it'll leave a hole, which I then have to fill by digging again. And I also just realized I don't like that there's not turf underneath all this stuff, so I am gonna dig a little bit of turf. Although this is maybe a waste of time. The problem with turf is you get, I think, a random amount between 1 and 2. So if you only get 1 turf, you're actually wasting your time if you're trying to replicate dirt, or I mean grass. So I should probably be digging where I'm not gonna be walking for a while, so that way I can move the turf over here. But sometimes you get 2 turf pieces, and then that way you can fill in new spaces. So there is an infinite amount of grass. Usually I assign some bots to do this at some point, to dig out large areas and then replant them, just to generate turf. Wow, I haven't gotten a single double turf yet, and I've done 8, or now I've done 8, and I haven't gotten a double. That is unlucky. Okay, but I will plant some turf here, and I'll move these out of the way, just to make sure we get all the spots filled in. The reason I'm doing this again is just that the bots and the player character, they walk slower on, what's it called? Dirt, or soil, I guess it's called. So I will want to replant this one too. That way I just know buildings aren't built over soil and they're always built over grass. So at least this way I can still see the grass slash soil cut off. And now we need planks and poles to build that crate. And what's a better way to do this is to build a crate right here, and then I can just move it. And what's cool about this game is you can even delete it, and then later when you go to replace it, you already have one. Or you can build a fresh one, I think by holding, no, not shift, what is it? There is a way, control, yeah. So I can build a new one, even though I already have one kind of stored up. And this way, it was definitely a quality of life feature that we didn't have for a while, and they were like, oh, we added it in, and now it's great, because you can still build new crates rather than just using up your existing crates if you want to. So then we'll place a crate there, and that's where axes will go. And our charging team can't yet see this guy, but that's okay. I really just want him there so I can collect like 5 rocks at a time. We'll have bots do that soon. But for now, 5 rocks is plenty. I'll kind of supply all of these with rocks. And then we'll make 1 each of each tool. Alrighty, we'll move the axe and the shovel over here. So our forestry guys will have a spare. And what am I still doing? Yeah, I think we're getting there. The next goal is probably collecting sticks. At some point we will need to collect acorns. So I need to make some more bots yet again. Move this just a little bit closer to everything here. Log, 3 planks, coal, and then acorn. And acorns do get used for other stuff, so eventually we're going to have to set a bot to collect acorns into a chest, and then a different bot to plant acorns from that chest. And those can actually be the same bot, depending on how we do it. It's funny, if you already charge a bot, sometimes they still come and charge him. It's like, dude, I already charged that bot. What are you doing? So you, sir, are going to grab sticks until your hands are full. You're going to check the whole area, the whole forestry area. Then you're going to run over here. You're going to put them in a chest. And that's all you do for the rest of your life. Stick collection 1. And you are part of the forestry team. Welcome to the team. And then the charging bot has ran out of charge. Classic. Once we get the bot database going up, we can make another one by just copying his script. Alright, so now we get sticks, and I'm going to make a bot that collects stone now. Log, 3 planks. Maybe I should make bots that make bots. I've played this a few different ways. There have been a couple times where I've rushed for the tier 2 bots because they walk faster, they think faster, they have a bigger search radius, and they can hold more, and their batteries last longer. So better in every way. So there's been a couple times where I've like rushed those, and I've only used like 6 bots or something, or like 5 bots. And I've done a ton of work by hand, but then I don't have to like rebuild a bunch of bots, because once we get tier 2 bots, I'm gonna remake all of these guys. Okay, you are gonna be a stone collector, so you're gonna run up here. You're gonna search in this little square here for stone. And you're gonna do that till your hands are full, then you're gonna run back to a chest I haven't built yet. Oh crap. I need another crate. I'll just build a couple real quick. Right, so when you're building like 2 crates on top of each other, which actually gives you more capacity, you have to build 1 at a time, so you can't do like 8 planks and then 8 poles. You have to do 4 and 4 and then 4 and 4. But pallets are the same way. You can stack up to 3 pallets, and it goes from 25 to like 60, and then I think to 100 with 3. So I just don't have a need for that much storage yet, which is why I haven't done it, but eventually I will. And then that will be sticks, and this will be stones, and this will be acorns. Is that right? Should I do it that way? No, I think I'm gonna move sticks down one, and then that way acorns. I'll do little sets of 4 with like a walking area between them. Well, no, because then I can't upgrade them later. Because the upgraded ones are huge. So I should space these out to start with. So we'll do sticks there, and then rocks here. And my rock collector forgot everything I told him. So you're gonna search over here. Hands are full. You're gonna drop them into this chest until your hands are empty. You're gonna do that for the rest of your dang life. And whenever bots travel a decent amount, I do like to have them walk back over here at the beginning of their cycle. That way, if, essentially, if there wasn't any stone to find, maybe because it's all collected already, he's just going to be standing here waiting until he finds a stone to move to it. But I want him to start walking as soon as he finishes dropping all the stones off, and then he can start looking after he's already standing here. That way, in case he fails to find something, he'll already be in the right place. So he's going to be stone collection 1. And that should be a good initial industry. We need 3 more bots then to make these tools. Although pickaxes are... I'm not going to need quite as many of them. I am going to need a lot of spades and axes. And it looks like we're... Okay, our charging bot's still going. Alright, I'll charge you myself, and then you are going to have the joy of making axes. So you'll grab a stick. Should I use backpacks? I think I should. Stow it. Why is that not working? Oh, do these bots not even have backpacks? They don't. Okay, never mind. It's the tier 2 bots that have backpacks. So we can't utilize backpack technology. So take a stick, you put it there. You take a rock, you put it there. And then you take an axe, and then you put it there. And all of that was too much work for you. That stinks. Okay, well, we'll just do the most basic loop, where he'll just make 1, and we'll repeat that until the crafting building itself is full. So that will just, he'll always make 1, basically. So he's gonna be, what should I call this guy? Axe craft 1. And then we need a new bot team. We'll make it kind of a brown for cool crafting. Also known as Tool Industry. And he will go there. And now, essentially, there will always be an axe waiting here. So then I want my chopper to look... I have to wait for him to finish chopping before I can hit record. I want him to look over here now. So he's gonna... Oh! 1 square over. So now he'll see the axe that's sitting here. And then the digger will do the same thing for that square once I get a bot to make... whatever those are, spades. And then I will worry about actually putting stuff in the chests once I have the next tier bots. Okay, it looks like we ran out of power up here on the stone gatherer. Grab another tree seed, and there we go. Another bot. And you, sir, will... Oops. There we go. You will be spade craft 1. And you will grab a stick, plop it down, a stone, plop that down, and you'll do that until the output is full, which means you'll do it again if it's empty. And that should do it. Okay, so now we'll always have a spade, and I'm just gonna put one there, and I'm gonna put one in there, just to get a couple extras in the backlog. Now, the log collector is missing all these on the outside. That's because currently I have kind of the areas are messed up. You really need the searching area for things like sticks and acorns and logs to be 1 unit bigger than where the trees are planted. So what really needs to happen is I need to take these stumps out from the edge. Got an extra pole here. Just put that there, I guess, so it'll get picked up. But yeah, so that is the overall basics of Autonauts. I'm gonna build this bot database and get one more charging bot, and then I think we'll call it an episode there. I'm gonna move these closer so they're easier to build. Ooh, official planning for mining. Huzzah! Got some more fun, what are those called? Cosmetics? Okay, logs, more logs. Okay. Oops. So how many am I going to need to surround the bot database is the question. Probably... I mean, I can just measure it out, I guess. So those 2 and those 4... So are we gonna need 6 across then? Yes. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so 6 more, which is here. And then we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is actually exactly the right amount. What are the odds of that? Now you can program bots to build for you as well, and we will definitely do that in future episodes. At this point, I don't really want to program the Mark 1 bots to do building because they're just so sucky at everything. But we will program bots to build. And that gets really handy when you're building large amounts of things later. Alright, so get a little bit more wood. And then do all our planks. 2, 3, 4. Alright, we are almost there. Yeah, we really need a new charging solution here. Sometimes I'll have charging bots halfway overlap, which is kind of helpful sometimes, but then sometimes they fail to recharge each other because the one bot is in the region that the other bot isn't covering, so charging bots, yeah, he's dead, so I need to go recharge him. These Mark 0 bots just die all the time. Once you get to Mark 2 bots, or does it start at 0 or start at 1? I'm not sure. But once you get the next tier of bots, they last for like more than twice as long, which is nice. Alright, we need fencing here, so we'll just attach all this up. And I guess I miscounted because it looks like we are short 2 pieces of fencing still. And we're out of logs. Oh no. Okay, well, we've got one here, so we'll grab this one. And then I'll just grab one from the forests, or I'll just beat the bot to this one. This is a lot closer. Okay, so then we'll put that there, and now our bot database is working properly. I'm just gonna keep it out of the way up here. But essentially, this allows you to make teams of teams in the bot tracker. It allows you to find bots, and the biggest helpful thing is it allows you to store scripts. So here I can open up my charging bot, I can go into the bot database and just hit upload script. And now I will make a new bot with this log, because all the logs are being taken right now. And then I'll need an acorn as well. Acorn for brains. And then we'll do a pole in the backpack and 3 planks. And so now we'll have a new bot, and we can click on him, go to the bot database, and hit download script. And then we can call him charge A2. And he has the exact same script, and I can hit play, and now it's going to be a very long time until they just so happen to die at the exact same moment. So these two guys will almost assuredly keep things going in the areas that they have selected. The problem is those areas aren't very big, and you can only have 2 of them. Once we get to the next tier of bots, the areas get a lot bigger, and we can get like 3 or 4 separate areas, and so just one little team of 3 charging bots can charge like all of this, basically, which is nice. But yeah, okay, I think I am going to, oh, my spade, my digger bot is looking in the wrong spot still. He needs to shift over here. I think I'm gonna call this an episode here. I've got some stuff to get to, but it's been fun streaming and playing Autonauts with you guys. Definitely let me know what you think about Autonauts in the comments on YouTube. I highly recommend playing this game if it looks interesting to you. It's adorable, it's fun, the music's fun, the aesthetics are great, but the actual depth of challenge and automation, it goes pretty deep. We're still at tier 0, and once you start getting into like tier 4 and 5, this game gets kind of hard, and I like that. So yeah, we'll definitely be streaming some more of this as we go, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday for the next stream. See you guys next time.